the time is about 1 o'clock. Yeah, 1 o'clock.
When I first found out about you, I was absolutely ecstatic. Time sort of stopped. You had been everything I wanted and more for a long time, especially since I met your dad, and there was kind of an aura about him that made me so excited to start this journey, knowing how lucky you'd be to have him as a father. And I know how important it is to have a good father in your life. A part of me felt like I was stuck in some dream, but I didn't want to wake up. It was like a whole bunch of feelings and emotions all mixed in together, with an overwhelming thought of, am I good enough?
If all has gone well, then you will be seeing this, and I'm pregnant. I don't know how to say it, and I just can't believe this is happening. Me and Jack are having a baby. So crazy to say that. Where I'm living, the fact that I'm still in uni, like, it's crazy. I don't know how many weeks pregnant I am. I think I might be around the 3-week mark, but I won't know for certain until I go to the doctors. And this is something that I have wanted for so long. Like, I cannot even explain. Like, I have wanted this for so long, which is unusual for someone of my age, I know, but I just can't believe that it's actually coming true. It's so weird. I wouldn't say I've had that many symptoms. I mean, I had a couple of symptoms that I thought might be, which is why I took the test in the first place. So, for example, I thought I was weeing a bit more than usual, which I know can be a symptom, but I wasn't entirely sure. So, and now it's kind of calmed down anyway, so I don't know if that's a symptom or just like, I don't know, maybe. I don't know, who knows. I'm kind of really hoping that I don't get like really sick. Obviously that won't happen for a while anyway.
The sickness was definitely the hardest part of my pregnancy. It came on pretty sudden. Like, one minute I was fine and the next I was throwing up 6 times a day. And I found that really hard to cope with. After I was diagnosed with hyperemesis gravidarium, it kind of all made sense. I had a name to put to it and I had other people to relate to. But at the same time, I was browsing social media posts and all I could see was happy, beautiful pregnant women totally embracing and enjoying their pregnancy. And to be honest, it made me feel shit. I was questioning why it was that I seemed to be the only person in the world that was suffering so badly, and then I'd feel guilty for hating my pregnancy so much when I knew of all the struggles that other people go through to get pregnant. I was lucky, also I was led to believe, but honestly I was suffering and falling into a depressive cycle of throwing up and lying in bed scrolling through social media posts, feeling like I'd already failed as a mum before it even started.
4 weeks. That's gonna be the maximum that I could be, like 4 weeks. So 4 weeks pregnant. Yeah. This week and like end of last week, actually quite a lot has happened. I've been feeling very emotional. That's already kicked in. The other day I literally burst into tears and I had no idea why. I was full on like feeling like I'm crazy, and like I know that it's happening and I know that I'm being this way, but I just can't help it. Like I do, like I just say to myself, you know, like I know like the hormones in my body at the moment, like they're not being like great, and so it's understandable why I'm feeling that way. I've also been feeling a little bit sick, not actually been sick at all, but I've definitely been feeling a little bit nauseous, and so yeah, I can see that the sickness is obviously like just starting to kick in. I think I'm week 6 now. Yeah, I'm week 6 going into week 7 in the weekend. The last 2 weeks for me have been really bad. I've been throwing up, I've been feeling sick all the time, and on top of that I have like a ton of work to do, a ton of uni work to do, and it's been horrible. Like, I'm not gonna lie to you, it's been really, really horrible. I've not enjoyed the last 2 weeks. I actually was okay the last 2 days, and then last night I just threw up, and then today I've just been feeling rubbish again. Like, I was like, oh my god, it might have gone. Like, I was so happy, but you know, obviously not. But I thought I'd come on here and vlog because I think it's important to record how I'm feeling at all times. Like, I knew it wouldn't be a walk in the park, but I didn't really think, I don't know, like I didn't think it would be this bad. I hoped it wouldn't be this bad, But it honestly hasn't been fun at all. I'm trying to be positive as I can because obviously, you know, there's no point me just moping around all day because that's just going to make me feel worse anyway. But yeah, the first 3 months really not fun, and I'm just really hoping that it eases off soon. I've heard some people say that that there's go like in 8 weeks, and I've been literally just in these four walls for like the majority of this week, and it's Wednesday today, so I've tried to minimise going outside as much as I can, and Jack, bless him, has been amazing. He's like cooked all the meals, he's washed everything up, like he's just been really good. I literally don't know what I would do without him. So I'm very lucky in that respect. But yeah, it's fucking shit. Like, I'm not gonna lie to you guys, it's shit. Yeah, it's not fun. I literally respect every other person that's gone through this and probably gone through worse than I'm going through, because it is fucking hard, like literally fucking hard. This is going to be my 13-week pregnancy update. I haven't done one in a really long time. It could have even been like 6-7 weeks pregnant. That was my last one. Like, I really don't remember. The main reasons why I haven't done many of these updates as many as I wanted to do is because I have been so sick. I was actually diagnosed with hypomesis. I can't even fucking say it. Hypomesis gravidarium. I think that's what it's called. It's what Princess Kate had, and actually I didn't even know about it until I got pregnant. It's just a really extreme form of sickness. A lot of women get sick during the first trimester of pregnancy, but they don't get it that bad. Like, you know, I mean, some people may just feel sick but not actually be sick. Some people may be sick once or twice. I was throwing up minimum 6 times a day. So I had it quite bad. I lost a lot of weight, and I just basically couldn't keep anything down, and I couldn't do anything. Uni was a pain in the backside. I couldn't really travel. The one time I did travel on the tube, I threw up on the tube, which was a lovely experience. In pregnancy, a lot of the time on social media, only the good things are talked about, only the happy and positive things are talked about, and I think I'd like to raise awareness for some of the not so positive things that happen that we have to put up with, because it can be a really isolating and depressing state to be in. I did end up in hospital once. My mum took me to A&E. They did a wee sample and they found ketones in my wee, which basically means that because I was so dehydrated and starving, my body was eating its own fat. I think that's what it is. Don't quote me on that because I'm not like majorly scientific, but I think that was what they said it is. They gave me some new pills, some anti-sickness pills, which I was against taking at first because I had originally been prescribed anti-sickness pills and they didn't work, and in my opinion they made me worse. So I was like really against taking them. Anyway, I did take them in the end and they worked, and this is what I've been taking ever since. And yeah, I've not really been sick a lot over the last 2 weeks. Once or twice I've been sick maybe. So it's a massive difference. It's so nice to go throughout my day. And there is still the worry there that I'm going to be sick. There is still the anxiety. But it's obviously January now and I'm back to uni and back to work, and I have to like get on with my life. Like, I can't stop everything, and that's what the sickness was making me do. So it is nice to be able to like just get on with it and have the freedom to go out and not like be scared that I'm gonna throw up, although there is still the fear there. Another thing which I don't know if I've even mentioned yet is my sense of smell. I can't tell you how annoying it is. Like, it has to be one of the worst things about the sickness. It's the smell. It's like you smell everything, and the smells make me feel sick. It's not like, oh, you know, it smells something really nice and now I want it. Like, no. Like, sorry. Make me feel sick even talking about it. It's really difficult to talk about. I had a rough time of it. Like, I wish I didn't. Like, I've wanted children for ages. I've wanted to be pregnant for ages, and it's been really tough. Like, I've worked for it. It's been really hard. I mean, I don't regret it. This is definitely still what I want. But it's been really freaking hard, and I think it's not made easier when you see like other people on social media like glowing, and I'm just like looking really crap 24/7 because I've just been in the worst state of mind and like the worst health. Yeah, I think it definitely needs to be talked about more. We moved out of like the room we was in before. It's really difficult to keep up with this, I know, because I've been moving around for a really long time, especially since I started my YouTube channel. I've just like been moving around probably at least once a year. I had a problem with one of the housemates. They was making a lot of noise and keeping us awake, and I couldn't be there anymore. So I spent a lot of time over Christmas at home with my mum, and then when obviously I had to go back to London at some point because I have uni to finish. Yeah, I just didn't want to go back. Like, I just didn't want to go. So my mum said, like, well, actually my grandma has a flat in London, and she's not currently living in it because she's had an operation recently, and she's living with my auntie while she recovers. So she probably won't be back here till March. So we've basically got her place until March. So we've basically got till March to find somewhere new, which is a little bit stressful. I mean, we are looking, but it's a lot of like different factors that go into it. It's gonna be my 17 week pregnancy update. So yeah, 17 weeks pregnant. I'm not sure what I was last time I did my last update, but since I did my last update, I had my actual like proper scan. Not my first scan, because the first scan that we had, they couldn't measure the baby properly. They couldn't tell us how many weeks pregnant we were. So they had to rebook it for 4 weeks time when the baby's a bit bigger and the baby lies a bit better. So when I went to have my scan, they said that I was 16 weeks pregnant, and I thought I was 14 weeks pregnant. They also told us the gender at the scan. It was kind of preliminary. I can't say that word properly. And because I was 16 weeks, they can tell. They told us it's a boy, which I was pretty shocked about, because in my head I was like saying it's a girl. It's a girl. In terms of living situation, we're still living at my grandma's for now. We're looking at different properties. It's just a case of, it's a bit stressful. How cute is this? I love it so much. It's from the Disney shop, and it's just a little bunny. Is it like Thumper the rabbit, I think? On Tuesday, today is actually Wednesday, so yesterday I turned 21 weeks pregnant. I had my anomaly, I can't say it, okay? You know what I mean? The anomaly is because I'm thinking about it. Anonymously. God's sake. I had my anomaly scan last week. Was it week today? No. Week tomorrow. I had my I'm not gonna bother. Had that scan, the last scan that you have on the NHS, if you will. Obviously you can pay for more, and we are actually gonna have a 3D scan as well, so that's something to look forward to. So I am still on my anti-sickness pills. Last time I think I was trying to come off them, but that didn't work, and I ended up throwing up a few times, which was really annoying. So I went to the doctors, and I'm back on them, and I'm just not taking any risks. I've cut it down from 3 a day to 2 a day, and I'm just going to stay on them because I'm in the middle of doing my dissertation. I've got uni work. I've got just quite a lot of things to do. I just can't be being sick right now. I can't be throwing up. I just don't have the time or the energy for it. So I need to be on these pills, basically. And I also had an ECG, so I'm waiting back to hear about that as well, because I think if that's all cleared and they're like, everything's fine with my heart, I don't think they'll be too worried about me being on the pills. Although I'm sure they would rather me be off them. I just can't be off them right now. I need them. So yeah, that's unfortunate. We have got a place now, and we are moving in at the end of this week, so we're moving in on Sunday. And I'm just hoping that once we move in, things will start to get a bit better, a bit more settled. We had our gender reveal party, so everyone found out the gender. I had a lot of surprised people because a lot of people were like, I just think it's a girl because I can't see it with a boy. Which I just know people were going to say because I'm very girly, as I said before.
Just before, I just want to say thank you to everyone for coming. It's been a very rocky journey, but I just wanted to say
that is, isn't it? Recording.
At least you're not throwing up while you're saying that. Yeah. So, yeah. Thank you.
Oh, don't stand too far apart because I can't get you in the
Ready?
picture.
3, 2,
1. I was right. Yes. Mazel tov.
It's 21 weeks pregnancy bump. And then from the side, we got a nice shape going on. I mean, I spent a lot of time thinking, does this look like a bump? Or does it look like a bit of fat? I'm still not too sure. From the front, I've also got that line thing that everyone talks about. I think it's the linear nigria. Not too sure. It's not all the way up here at the moment, it's just down here. It's very faint, you probably won't be able to see it too well. So yeah, that's it from the front. And then from the side. From the side it looks like a bit of fat, I have to say. But I can promise you this is a bump because I haven't been eating that many pies. 24-week pregnancy update. Me and Jack have finally moved flat, so I'm currently sitting in what is going to be the nursery for my baby boy's room in like just over 3 months time, which is crazy and really scary. So yeah, I'm sitting in here because we've only moved in like 2-3 weeks ago. It's like not done at all. Like it's not done at all. I'm still on my anti-sickness pills, but I'm taking them a lot less now. I'm kind of just taking them as and when I need them, although I was sick this morning, which was really frustrating. It was just out of the blue, it just happened. I took my pill and I've been fine since. It's just one of those things really, if I go a little bit too long without it, does just creep up on me. I have also noticed that my belly button is starting to pop out a little bit, which is really weird. It's not come out fully yet, but it's definitely getting there. And I was getting really worried because I didn't feel anything like kick-wise. I hadn't felt anything for quite a while. And a lot of people were like, oh, I felt something like 18 weeks or 16 weeks. And I was like 22, 23 weeks. I was like, why haven't I felt anything? Like, what's wrong with me? And you know, it's not helpful because a lot of people on the internet only portray one side of pregnancy, which I've said before, and it's the best side of pregnancy, which is fine. If that's your experience, it's fine. But I do feel like that it needs to be like a mix of good and bad experiences. But yeah, I hadn't felt anything, and then 23 weeks, I think, I felt the first little kick, possibly little something, and kind of since then it's just got stronger. It's not a full kick yet, but I'm definitely feeling movement. It's kind of like I don't even know how to describe it. Sometimes you're like, is this gas or is it like a kick? But I think it's a kick because I would not be getting that gassy. It wouldn't happen that often. Sometimes it feels like a wave in my stomach. Sometimes it feels like popcorn popping. So yeah, I'm hoping soon it will get a lot stronger and I'll actually be able to see the kicks, because that would be really awesome. Or at least feel it from the outside, and then Jack can feel it too. I'm looking a little bit big, like all round at the moment. That's the bump from the front, and then from the side. That's the bump from the side. And then if I lift my shirt up, you'll be able to see it a bit bigger, a bit better. Even it's a really bloated bump at the moment because I've sort of just eaten. But yeah, there is the bump from the front and from the side. So it's definitely increased in size. Yeah, it's very strange. I am 30 weeks pregnant, and tomorrow is my 21st birthday. I had leg cramp last night, really bad, like the first time I've had it like that bad, to be honest. I literally had to shake my leg for it to go away. It was really painful actually, and I know that can be a symptom. So this is my 30-week pregnancy tummy. Quite big, as you can see. It's definitely grown a lot over these past few weeks. Feeling very big. And then from the side, and then I will do a top lift. As you can see, I've got some stretch marks as well, which have appeared, even though I have been creaming every day. It's just one of those things I don't think you can always avoid, so I'm just gonna try and not get too self-conscious and upset about them. And it's the belly from the side. 38 weeks pregnant. Going on 39. That's crazy. Massive bump going on here. And I look back on old photos and I just think, wow, like it has grown so big. Like I thought I was big when I was like 20 weeks. And now I'm 38 and it's like, no, you were not big. Like this situation going on here. I don't know if I'm going to show you this, but I'm going to edit this out, but we'll see. This is the naked bump. I have got like quite a lot of stretch marks going on, as you can see. But you know what? That's just life. That is the way it is. Today is the 9th of July 2018, but basically last night, so tomorrow is my due date, 10th of July is my due date, and last night I thought that I was getting some like signs of going into labour, and I'd already said like I want to film it. If I want to film the labour like scenario, whatever happens, I want to know what happens. I want to be able to look back on it. So this is just me checking in, saying that I possibly have started my labour, but I really don't know, because basically last night I was getting these cramps and they were like quite strong, and I was getting them from about, say, like let's say about 7 o'clock probably to at least like 10:30, 11 when I went to bed, and I even thought like I might find it difficult to sleep because they were actually quite strong, and it was like period pains, and I had some in my front, and I had like lower back pain as well, and it was quite strong, like the combination of those two, and they were coming and going really. I didn't time it, but it was definitely coming and going, and it even got to a point where like walking was just really painful. So I was kind of like, okay, maybe this is it. Like I was getting excited. I was thinking, okay, well, we'll see how the night goes. Anyway, I went to sleep really easily. I didn't wake up in the night. I woke up a couple times because I needed the toilet, and it was quite hot last night as well. But I didn't wake up because of the pain. And then this morning I had a couple of like mild, much milder cramps, like nothing like they were last night. And then I haven't really had anything now. It's like I said, it's nearly 12 o'clock on the 9th of July. And honestly, I haven't had like anything, and I'm kind of like, okay, so what was that? Because I kind of like, I refuse to believe that was nothing. So maybe it was a false alarm. I'm hoping it wasn't, because I really want him to come now, and it would be nice. So I hope it wasn't a false alarm, but we'll see. Today is the 20th of July 2018.
time is 10 to 10. So basically, last time I recorded, I was getting like what I thought might have been contractions, but it turned out to just be nothing because the next day it disappeared completely. And I've just been going on and like haven't progressed at all. And today I'm 40 plus 10, so overdue, and I was booked in for my induction today, but they couldn't get to my cervix because I was just tightening my legs so much because it was really uncomfortable, like the examination. So they couldn't get to my cervix properly, so they sent me home. And then I came back and they said I was going to try something different, but in that time that I left and came back, I'd started getting like cramps again, and they were coming kind of regularly. We were kind of timing them, and then they was just like, okay, so they hooked me up to a machine, and then they was just like, okay, so we think that you are having contractions, so we're going to send you home again and see if you go into labour naturally. So yeah, that's kind of just been today. It's been like getting stronger, I think, and I'm really hoping that I'm going to go into labour naturally, like now, like this is labour. I'm hoping that that's what it is. Lots of people are saying my bump has dropped dramatically as well, and the cramps have got like a lot stronger. I don't know if I'd call them like contractions, but they're definitely cramps, and they're definitely like painful, and they are just becoming like more painful and like lasting longer. So we're just gonna see what happens. I'm not gonna like jump to conclusions like I did last time and get my hopes up, but I think this could be it. I'm hoping. When I think back to November last year, when I first found out I was pregnant, it feels like a world away from where we are now, and it kind of was. The sickness took up a massive part of my pregnancy. It was worse than worse, and I was at rock bottom at a time when I felt like I should have been on an all-time high, and that was really hard. Our living situation was also difficult, and we spent a while moving back and forth from different places in an attempt to ease the sickness and bad feelings. But March came around and things started to get better. We moved into our beautiful flat and started to build a home for us. I channeled my energy into making a place to bring up my baby and make happy memories. And then May came around and I turned 21, and things got even better because my boyfriend Jack proposed to me and everything made sense. We were a proper family. And when I look back on my pregnancy, I do so with great pride because I achieved so much more than I ever thought I could. I continued my degree and ended up achieving a 2-1, despite juggling a terrible pregnancy. Graduated in July with my massive bump was so fitting. I was pushed to my limits and forced to overcome my greatest fears. But I really did do it, and I honestly don't think I could have done it without the motivation of meeting my beautiful son. He has done so much for me and he doesn't even know it. He has given both me and his father so much purpose, and we are now stronger than ever, and our perfect little family is complete. And before I knew it, it was July 22nd, and my beautiful baby boy has made his appearance into this crazy world. I want you to meet someone very special. Say hello. Wave hello. This is my gorgeous baby boy, Luke. And he is, how old are you? 8 weeks on Sunday. Today is Friday, so almost 8 weeks, and his weight at the moment is about 9 pounds 7 ounces. So he was a little one. He's still a little bit little, aren't you? But he is incredibly healthy and strong and happy, and we're just so incredibly happy and so incredibly blessed, and I'm just so happy to introduce him to the world. He is absolutely beautiful. I couldn't have asked for a more gorgeous baby. And he is. So just briefly, I want to talk about my whole labour and delivery experience, because you would have seen a clip before just about
when I thought I was going into labour, which was the Friday, and I was actually going into labour, and I had him 2 days later. So it was a pretty long labour. It was pretty difficult. My whole plan of having a water birth completely went out the window, which was really sad, but it's just the way it goes with pregnancy. You can't plan it. I actually ended up having to go in to have into the actual labour ward rather than the birthing centre, which was also part of my plan, and that was because this one I decided to do a poo. Yes. So basically we couldn't have him, I couldn't have him in the water. They needed to monitor me and him just to make sure that he wasn't stressed out and stuff. So I ended up having that, and obviously I was very tired by this time. Oh, hello. Hello. I was very tired by this time, and I was like nowhere near close to giving birth either, because this was in the morning. Oh, we got some stretches. He's so adorable. He makes the cutest little sounds. So yeah, that happened, and I ended up having an epidural on my own request because I just really needed it. I was in so much pain, and I was on gas and air up until then anyway, and I was doing pretty well on the gas and air, but then I was like, I need an epidural. I wasn't even sure if I'd be able to have one, but at that moment they said I was only 5 centimetres, so I was able to have an epidural, and I had been in labour for quite a few hours, so I kind of needed it because I was just getting really tired. So that was about 12 o'clock. Had the epidural, and I pretty much went from 5 centimetres to 8 centimetres in a couple hours, which was great. I was so happy with that. And yeah, and then we just popped you out, didn't we, kind of? Big yawn. He is so cute. Yeah, so he was born at 7:43 in the evening, and the pushing was pretty difficult actually. I found it really difficult, but I was only pushing for about 15 minutes, but it did feel like a lot longer, so I don't know. It felt longer, but perhaps it wasn't. But now he's here with us. He's absolutely gorgeous. My postpartum experience has been pretty decent as well. I didn't have any stitches. I was very lucky. Oh, thank you for that, mister. You got wind. You got wind. I'm going to keep that in there and remind him of that when he's older. So yeah, the postpartum was pretty decent. Sort of recovered. I'd say like I was fully recovered by 6 weeks. So that was okay, but I'll go more into detail in that in another video. I just wanted to come on here. Obviously this has been quite a long video. This is a video introducing my baby to the world. That's what I wanted it to be. Not going to be a whole lot of detail about everything else. That will come later, don't worry. I'll go into a lot more detail about the whole pregnancy in general as well, and everything else, all of my other experiences. But for now I'm just enjoying this beautiful one, which is why it's taken me a while to upload this. Because I've just been enjoying him, and we've been trying to get to know each other, haven't we? So yeah, I think that's about it. I think that's all there is to say really. He's happy, beautiful, wonderful. We are so incredibly blessed to have him. I just can't believe he's mine still, and just like the process has been absolutely crazy, and just like getting where we are today has taken a lot of effort, a lot of work from both me and Jack, but also our families who have been incredibly supportive, and everyone that's just helped us. I just want to say a massive thank you to everyone, because he is wonderful, and he's just gonna have the best life ever, and I'm gonna make sure of it. So I think that's all there is to say, and I will speak to you very soon. But for now, I'll leave you with a couple clips of him being his lovely, beautiful, wonderful self in this wonderful 8 weeks that we have spent together.
So, nephew, sending a video diary to my nephew. Hey nephew, just want to know that this is the day I think before you were born, or perhaps born, and your mum's looking happy, and you're looking great.
It's Grandma
Grandma's birthday. And yeah, we're going to send this to you when you're like 28 and hip and happening.
Oh, 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 oh. Oh, 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 oh. Oh, 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 oh.